While everyone in the world is screaming for justice for Justin Bieber, his mother has completely disappeared. Now reports confirm that Patty Mallette has quietly moved to Hawaii. No interviews, no defense of her son, just complete silence. Now here's what makes this even crazier. Justin Bieber's mom went underground right when the Diddy documentary dropped and when that controversial billionaire list came out. So why is she keeping such a low profile? Why did she escape to Hawaii? And what's that crucial evidence people are saying she fled with? Wait until you hear the entire Justin Bieber handler list. I'll let you know how corrupt the whole system actually is. Hi guys, my name is Taryn, and let's call this episode An Escape to Hawaii.
Everyone noticed something felt off the moment the Diddy documentary dropped. Patty Mallette suddenly vanished. While the world is talking about Diddy and Justin Bieber, no one is asking the most important question: where is Justin's mom? In this video, you'll uncover why Patty quietly ran to Hawaii, the powerful handler group that allegedly destroyed Justin's life, and the critical evidence she may have taken with her. But here's what no one wants to admit: before Justin spent those infamous 48 hours with Diddy, someone had to give legal permission. That someone was his own mother. As Diddy now faces prison time and over 150 lawsuits involving minors, Patty's silence speaks louder than ever, and it raises disturbing questions about how deep this corruption really goes.
I'll tell you who I'm mad at. I'm mad at his manager. You, Scooter.
Watch this.
That's right, Scooter Brown.
Watch this.
Scooter is the man that actually discovered Justin Bieber. Scooter Brown was 25 years old. He was a single man living in Atlanta alone when he found Justin Bieber on the internet in the middle of the night. The middle of the night. He found a little white boy with nice hair on the internet. Sounds to me like Scooter was fresh off a dick beating session, if you ask me.
What? What?
I don't know what Chris Hansen is, but in this one, that's a goddamn.
They said Scooter Braun was 25 years old, a single man living alone in Atlanta, when he found Justin Bieber online in the middle of the night. Think about that for a second, a grown man searching for videos of little boys singing. Kevin Hart even jokes about it on stage, and everyone laughs. But if you look closely at that clip, some faces aren't laughing at all. Some look uncomfortable. Some look completely dead inside. They know something is wrong, but in Hollywood, you laugh anyway. You laugh at things that should make you sick. And now, according to a recent blind item, Scooter Braun allegedly paid a Korean media outlet to remove an article linking his close ties to Diddy.
Everyone knows that Diddy had close ties to Justin Bieber, so it's not too far-fetched to assume that he also had close ties with his manager, Scooter Braun. But according to this new blind item, Scooter Braun paid a Korean media outlet to remove an article that linked his close ties with Diddy. Korean newspaper was forced by the manager everyone hates to remove an article they published about his close ties to the producer/wannabe rapper. And again, this is allegedly Scooter Braun and Sean Diddy Combs.
The headline read, "Diddy trafficking probe puts Justin Bieber relationship under microscope as fans dig for clues." That article was later wiped from the internet. Why? What was so dangerous about connecting those dots? Scooter finds Justin, Scooter is tied to Diddy, and suddenly the story disappears. That's not normal. That's a cover-up. And then there's Patty. In an interview, she admits she knew the horror stories about Hollywood. She knew what happens to kids in this industry, even saying she never wanted Justin to think it was an option. Yet she sent him anyway. She signed the papers and handed a 13-year-old boy over, knowing the risks, because the doors kept opening, the money was coming, and it was their way out of poverty.
Actually, Justin is not just healthy like I prayed, but like I said, he's really talented. He's been putting up videos on YouTube, and he is now the #1 most subscribed to musician in Canada on YouTube. And number 20th in the world.
In another interview, Patty proudly talks about Justin becoming the most subscribed musician in Canada on YouTube. She brags about record labels chasing him and says they're moving to the US within a week. There's no concern in her voice, only excitement. Her 13-year-old son is about to enter an industry she admitted was full of horror stories, yet she treats it like winning the lottery. I'm not calling Patty a monster, but she made a choice. Opportunity over safety, money over warning signs. Now let's talk about the 48 hours with Diddy. That wasn't a casual hangout. Legally, a 15-year-old can't be taken for 2 days without permission. Diddy even admits he didn't have legal guardianship, yet Justin was with him for 48 hours. That means paperwork was signed and consent was given. And Justin's legal guardian was Patty. Before Diddy could take him anywhere, she had to agree. Watch that video again with this in mind.
Me a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Some things, everything ain't for everybody.
Diddy tells the camera exactly what's about to happen. He says they're going full crazy. Justin, still just a kid, talks about hanging out and meeting girls, and Diddy encourages it. Then Diddy says the quiet part out loud. He admits he can't disclose where they're going or what they'll be doing, calling it a 15-year-old's dream. Why can't it be disclosed? What are you doing with a 15-year-old that has to stay secret? And Patty signed off on it. She allowed it to happen. That signature is what she's running from now. What really happened behind closed doors during those 48 hours? No one will say it outright, but Suge Knight came dangerously close.
Now, one person didn't know that Puffy was Usher. Now, one person didn't know what the saddest thing in the world is what they did to Justin Bieber.
What was that?
That's sad. That's funny.
When he was a kid?
I hate to say that. I hate to say that because I really like Justin Bieber. I feel bad for Justin Bieber. And this is when that happened if Justin Bieber came from a wealthy family. Justin Bieber pretty much came from a poor family, but the young man was so talented, and he could have been bigger than Michael Jackson.
In an interview, Suge Knight let the truth slip. He said the saddest thing in the world was what was done to Justin Bieber as a child, blaming it on the fact that Justin came from a poor family. Suge claimed grown men took Justin on romantic vacations, posting photos with no women, just a powerful man and a young boy. He said everyone knew the same thing had happened to Usher, and then it happened to Justin. According to Suge, this pattern didn't start with them, it's been going on for decades, and everyone in the industry knows it. Usher's role is complicated. He was a victim himself, but later handed Justin to the same man who traumatized him. As a child, Usher lived with Diddy, sharing the same house and even the same bed. At 13, he was sent to Puffy Flavor Camp, where he admitted seeing things he couldn't understand at that age. Years later, when Usher had the chance to protect Justin Bieber, he didn't. He sent him straight back into the same environment.
Feedback on following Usher.
He didn't just unfollow Usher, he also unfollowed his father-in-law.
And the best man at his wedding, and one of his security guards, right? He got busy.
He's finally popping out of the fog.
He didn't unfollow Diddy yet, which I find there's got to be a message in that, right? I mean, he unfollows all these people, but doesn't unfollow Diddy. I don't know what that means, but that's weird.
Well, I'm sure that was a PR move, because the second that he does unfollow Diddy, everyone's going to be waiting for his victim statement to come out.
Jaguar Wright has been saying this for years. She claims Diddy had been trying to get access to Justin Bieber, but it didn't happen until Usher took control of his career and guardianship, then handed temporary guardianship to Diddy for 48 hours. Usher knew exactly who Diddy was because he lived through it himself, yet he sent Justin anyway. As Jaguar asks, does that sound like someone trying to protect a child? Years later, Justin unfollowed Usher on Instagram, which says a lot now that he's old enough to understand what happened. The damage is visible. Justin has admitted he started using drugs at just 13, while surrounded by Diddy, Usher, and Scooter Braun. As he got older, videos show him clearly uncomfortable around Diddy, even giving him a fake number to avoid contact. In one heartbreaking interview, Justin breaks down while talking about wanting to protect Billie Eilish from going through what he did. He never names names, but the message is clear. And when recently asked about Diddy, Justin shut it down completely, saying he moved on for his own peace, but clearly hasn't forgotten.
Absolutely. And just your whole family. Absolutely. I'm so honored to be on this call. You know, I respect you so much. I always have, always will. What you've done for this planet, who you are and what you do for your family is something to be commendable. And people look up to you all around the world. So I just want to say thank you for your encouragement to me. Obviously, what you mean to the world is so special, but obviously to the Black community and what you're doing right now, I just want to say raising awareness for the Black community and what is happening. It's absolutely ridiculous, and what you're doing is powerful, and it needs to be said. So I thank you so much for doing that as well. Thank you. Love you. Yeah.
A resurfaced Instagram live between Justin Bieber and Diddy shows how disturbing their dynamic really was. Justin sounds overly reverent, almost conditioned, praising Diddy in a way that feels less like respect and more like trauma. Meanwhile, Patty continues to present herself publicly as a supportive, praying mother. She even posted a prayer for Justin's healing, but Justin wasn't buying it. He responded with a sarcastic comment, publicly calling her out. Psychologists say this is common. Victims often resent the enabler more than the abuser, because the enabler was supposed to protect them. Since the Diddy documentary dropped, Patty has stayed silent, posting about faith and gratitude, but never defending Justin or addressing Diddy. Around the same time, she quietly relocated to Hawaii without explanation. Whether she fled with evidence or simply from guilt, one thing is clear: she signed the papers that put Justin in harm's way. Money played a role. As a struggling single mother, Patty saw fame as a way out, convincing herself her son would be the exception. He wasn't. Behind Justin was a powerful handler network: Scooter Braun, Usher, Diddy, L.A. Reid, and ultimately Clive Davis, each passing him along like an asset, not a child. Diddy may be facing consequences, but the rest remain untouched. And as all this surfaces, Justin speaks vaguely about family values on streams, saying little, but saying enough.
My mom really did emphasize when I was little, was like, she would give me, we did a calendar, and like when you're a kid, if you get a gold sticker, oh man, all you want is a gold sticker. You're lit. So my mom would just, she would give me a Bible verse. It was either a day or a week or some shit. And I would, if I did it, I would get a gold star. So I would just memorize.
Justin Bieber once shared how his mom gave him a calendar with Bible verses, rewarding him for memorizing them. On the surface, it paints a wholesome picture, but the timing feels suspicious, almost like damage control as people question Patty's role in his abuse. This isn't just about Patty or Justin, it's about a system. As Suge Knight said, it started with Michael Jackson, continued with Usher, then Justin, and likely others. Talented kids from poor families are exploited while parents are blinded by opportunity. Managers become accomplices, and predators at the top stay protected. Patty didn't flee to Hawaii to avoid the media, she fled from the truth. She signed documents allowing her 15-year-old son to spend 48 hours with a man now in prison for sex trafficking. Until this system is exposed, more children will be harmed. Should parents like Patty face consequences for enabling abuse? Comment below. This story is far from over.